So continuing our coverage with the iPhone 11 Pro Max, it's time to make a stop at the cameras. Now, they've had a 2-camera system set up previously, so now we're going 3 cameras. So you have a 26mm f1.8 12 megapixel main shooter. Then you have a 52mm telephoto f2.0 12 megapixel sensor capable of 2x zoom. And then lastly, you have a 13mm ultra wide f2.4 12 megapixel sensor. And then on the front, you have a 24mm f2.2 12 megapixel true depth selfie camera. All the cameras on board utilizes Apple's improved smart HDR processing and capable up to 4K video at 60 frames per second. So there's a lot you can really do here. I'm gonna talk about our time with it, samples and videos and different things that we took with it. You definitely get sharp images, great amount of detail when using, the main shooter, from food, flowers, people, so on and so forth. You're good to go to just point and shoot. We got 3 lenses now, so switching between them is pretty simple to do, and you can do it rather quickly. Photos taken with ultra wide comes out pretty good as well. Give or take a bit of noise with the higher f-stop. Then when you switch to telephoto, you're definitely going to lose a little more details and more sharpness, especially based on whatever environment you're in. So if it's well lit, you'll lose some stuff, but if it's low light, a little on the dark side, you're going to get a lot of noise. Speaking of low light, they have improved, but they're not quite up to what Google's doing Pixel 3. Still better, but not to that level. But what has caught up is Apple's night mode. Now, it's kind of debatable as far as who's the better photos at night. I don't really think it matters. I think it's like one of those things where 2 companies duke it out, and we as consumers, we get to win. Like I took a picture of this hydrant at night with the Pixel 3, and then, with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And then, you can nitpick between the 2 as far as what you like better. It definitely brightens up the overall image. Details can be seen. You're gonna get some noise. It's definitely a welcome addition to the iPhone. So now moving on to the video side of things, stabilization on here is kind of crazy. It's close to gimbal level while still offering a crisp quality. Follow my son here as he's running or jumping across this bridge. Don't worry, he was safe. I'm walking behind him and it's smooth. It looks like I'm holding the gimbal. I'm just walking behind him with the iPhone, make sure that he is okay. With the front facing camera, you can get a lot of good shots. You can do a lot of vlogging. The stabilization is pretty good as well. I'm walking down the stairs. Hopefully I don't fall and trip. There's a bit more grain. It's not as crisp as it is on the rear side, but you can still do 4K 60 frames per second, as well as 120 frames per second slow motion. Apple has always been amazing on the video side of things. This time around, it's kind of saved. They have the crown. I mean, Samsung does a good job, but I think Apple does just a slightly better job. So right now, if you want the best video on the smartphone, gotta go with Apple. That's our take on the cameras, just as in regards to their overall base ability. The camera setup is still silly that you have to go to phone settings to do all this instead of within the camera app. You don't have manual settings. So based on what we've shown you, what do you think of the new cameras on the iPhone? Is it hype? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you have one? How do you like yours? Answer all that in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you for doing so, and see you next video. Peace.